Today I'm going to be discussing the perspective of Chloe Starling. Chloe being me, or at least the concept of me, that has been forged through 21 years of life experience. This is a rough self-portrait of what I think a cartoon me would look like. Some quick stats. I'm definitely 5'11". Okay, maybe I'm a little bit closer to 5'1". I was born February 9th, and hopefully you'd be able to tell, maybe by my introduction or maybe by these luscious hands, that I'm black. Hey, future me, you're doing a great job. Anyways, my favorite food, no matter what, anywhere I go, I always am gonna get pasta. I like any kind, but I definitely like spaghetti. Anyways, when I was younger, I loved watching TV, to the point that I wished my life was like a TV show. It would be like a cartoon, or maybe an action show with lots and lots of explosions. The Chloe Starling show would be the best show on TV. I'm talking prime time. Everybody would tune in every week. I can see the season premiere right now. I'd have lots of money from all the questions I answered in a game show like Jeopardy! And then I could grow my hair out to my knees for no reason at all, except for I just thought that would look really cool. Anything I wanted could happen in this show. Every episode a new adventure to have. It would be full of exciting action scenes where I save the day with like super strength to stop anyone who rides their bike on the sidewalk. And then at the end of the episode, I would get the key to the city and medals, and everyone would say, "Wow, it's Chloe," whenever I entered a room, and they'd all applaud because I was a superhero. Looking at life this way has made me appreciate even the regular days, because even in the most mundane moments, there can be, a filler episode, which really takes regular life and, kind of makes it seem great. When people ask me how I'm always happy or why I can smile even when things aren't the greatest, there are a few reasons, but to sum it up, is basically this yin and yang symbol, because it means to me life has a lot of give and take, it has a lot of ups and downs, and especially if you want to stay happy, you gotta remember that you have to take the good with the bad, no matter what. And in the end, save the tears for the finale. So let's get into my life. Here is my family. My mom, my dad, and my sister, who's older than me by roughly 8 years. I would suggest that my perspective of myself has roots in how I was raised and what I experienced up to now. When I was little, I thought I was super cool because I got my growth spurt earlier than everybody else in my grade. I was the tallest in the class. That is where the true power lies. But then, literally the next day, everyone came back even taller. And life has kind of stayed like that. Another less fortunate trend from my childhood that kind of sums up, I think you could say, how I see the world, and definitely how I see my own abilities, is that when I was little, I could say what you called almost, definitely drowned about 3 separate times. But that definitely did not keep me away from the water, because I eventually learned how to swim competitively, and I even became a lifeguard. I saved 2 lives this summer, no sweat. sometimes we let our perspectives of self get bogged down by who we are to other people instead of who we are to ourselves. We're maybe a sister, a friend, a classmate, and, in the worst cases, you might even be somebody's enemy. Really, we're all just background players in other people's stories. To block out and fight this loss of perspective, I think about how I wanted the world to see me when I was little. Someone that makes people laugh. A friend that you take on adventures. A role model. And someone that would continue the family legacy. To get nerdy with y'all, I think Ralph Waldo Emerson had a point with his transparent eye metaphor. When we're thrust into life, it is easy to become more reflective of our environment rather than actually absorbing it. We take our labels and that's who we are. That's it. I think instead we need to go through life finding pieces of ourselves and finding what they mean in our own terms. I'll leave you guys with this. People love to talk about the proverb of seeing the world half empty or half full. Well, some days that glass is half full, and then other days it's going to be half empty. And then some days, there's no glasses at all because, well, you didn't do the dishes. When you look at the world, sometimes you're going to drown, and then sometimes you're going to learn how to swim. Perspective changes as we change. So it has to come from within ourselves and not just from our relations to others. Because, well, they're changing too, and even their perspective on you might change. Perspective is what you make of your past, your present, and your future. Because life is what you experience.